What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop. Let's go.
Yeah, great fire.
Happy Friday.
When the winner chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. When the winner chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. Trying to get rich. Who else in the building? Trying to break the house. What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. I am your host, Popovich. Yeah, kid. That feeling. Happy Friday, as I just said. Best day, blessed day. You already know the vibes. All right. Last 2 days in the NBA. Let's get right to it. We ain't going to waste too much time because it's 15 games on the slate. And I don't really like a lot of the games. But yesterday, as we always do around this time, let's get a quick recap. Yesterday, yesterday was 5 games. We went 1-4. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Knicks lost. Indiana didn't cover. Brooklyn got spanked, and the Pelicans got spanked. But we did hit the play of the day, and that's really all that matters in the grand scheme of things. That's the strongest pick, and we always want to get the play of the day right. So our record now was 624, 597, and 2 in every game that we picked. As far as the locks, not from Yonkers, we are 269 and 250 and 2 pushers. And as far as the play of the day, we 51, 49, and 2 pushers. With that being said, let's jump right into today NBA ticket. First game up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road at the Detroit Pistons, and the Pistons is given 5.5. These two teams going to play again on Sunday. Milwaukee so far got the first 2 games, and in fact they dominated this series. That's why I'm kind of like surprised that the Pistons is given 5.5. Still no Dame Lillard. He might come back in the playoffs, the first round, maybe the second round if they get there. Milwaukee is locked into the 4th seed, and we'll be talking about a lot of seeds without trying to make the video long. But they can drop to the number 6 seed, and the Pistons can move up to the number 4 seed. So it'll just be a flip-flop of home field advantage. But first, Detroit will have to win both games. I don't think they're going to win both games. I think Milwaukee comes out and they win tonight straight up. But I'm going to take the 5.5. And the reason why I think they're going to come out, because all they got to do is just win one more. And then they'll be stuck at the 5 spot. And they'll end up playing Indiana. And I think the NBA want to see that. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. This shit is scripted and rigged, people. Make no mistake about it. They want the matchups that they want. That's just what I'm sticking with. That's what I'm rolling with. Next game up, we got Indiana Pacers at home hosting the Orlando Magic. Orlando getting 3.5. And the Magic is pretty much stuck into that 8th spot, 8th, 7th spot, where they're going to be playing Atlanta in a playing game, and they do play Atlanta on Sunday. I like Indiana. The Magic look like they're taking this game off. It look like they're going to rest their players, and when I mean rest their players, I mean rest their players. Banchero's out, Caldwell Pope is out, Carter's out, and the Wagner brother is out. Meanwhile, who's going to be playing is Corey Joseph, Greg Harris, Caleb Houston, T. Saleve, and Gagner Bandite, whatever his name is. But I like Obi Toppins, I like Mandarin, and I like McCollum and Thomas Bryant a little better. So we're gonna roll with the Indiana Pacers. I think they clean tonight. Actually, I think they're gonna put foot to ass with their start lineup against their start lineup. Next game up, we got Atlanta out on the road. Hold on a second. Atlanta out on the road Who they playing again? I'm bugging out. So many games today. Oh, they playing Philadelphia and they giving 12. I like Atlanta to clean and put foot to ass. Philly, you got your victory over what the Wizards couple games ago. Philly has been one of the worst teams in the NBA, obviously, since no Maxey, no Joel Embiid, no Paul George. I don't even no Kelly Oubre. Like, it's just done. You know what I mean? So I think Atlanta, although they don't really need to win today, they're going to still play Orlando, whether they move up to the 8th spot or stay in the 9th spot. And matter of fact, let me just take a quick look. I think it's actually 8 and 9. Yeah, Magic is 7 and Atlanta is 8. They could go down if they lose and the Bulls win, and I think the Bulls will win. So I think they come out and win tonight just so that the last game of the season, it don't really matter. They could just get ready for the playing game. Next game up, we got the Boston Celtics hosting the Charlotte Hornets. Boston giving what's Boston giving? They're giving 20. Sheesh, a lot of points, but Boston players is playing. Last 2 games, obviously, after the last game on Sunday, the playoffs don't start till next weekend. So a lot of teams, including the Boston Celtics, gonna have time off. And it's, do you want like 10 days off? Do you want 7 days off? Do you want to try to stay in rhythm? So they are going to be playing their players today. Only person not playing today is Jaylen Brown. He got the ankle, so he'll probably be out all the way to the playoffs. The Charlotte Hornets, they pretty much packed it up. No Mal Bridges, no Josh Green. Obviously, LaMelo Ball been out. He always in and out. He's out for the rest of the season. I think Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Porzingis put foot to ass, and I like the Boston Celtics. I think they come in and they clean. Next game up, we got my New York Knicks at home facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland getting 1. It was 7.5. Then it dropped down to 2.5. Then it dropped down to 1, and it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? And it looked like Cleveland is playing their players today. New York Knicks, you fucking around. Garland gonna play, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Only people that's not gonna play is the people that played yesterday that gave Indiana a run for their money, which would be Merrill, Jerome, DeAndre Hunter, Garland. Garland is game time decision too, but I think he's gonna play. The Knicks got everybody looking like game time decision. I don't know why. And Ginobili, he gonna play today. He didn't play yesterday. Brunson not gonna probably play today. He gonna play the last game of the season. That's what the reports from the Knicks network or MSG channel. Yesterday I was watching late night after the game, after they lost. They was like, he's not gonna play on the back-to-back, but he will play the last game of the season. The Knicks just need one more game. Otherwise, Indiana could come. But I'm thinking, like, do they want to play Detroit 3-6, or do they want to drop the 4 to play Milwaukee? I don't know. Like, they figure Milwaukee could be had, no Dame Lillard. I don't know. In this game here, though, if it was 6.5, 7, I would take Cleveland. The Knicks lost all 3 matches to Cleveland by a landslide. I'm going to take the Knicks tonight. I think they lock in. And I think after a while, Cleveland probably just bow out gracefully. I don't even know why they started tonight when they got the #1 seed. But I like the Knicks. It's not a homer pick either. Y'all know I don't bet with the heart. Next game up, we got the Chicago Bulls at home. I believe they're at home. Are they at home? Let me check. Giving a big number. Yeah, Chicago was at home, giving 15.5 to the Washington Wizards. Chicago was in the playing game. I don't think they could go down. Let me just check the standings again. So if the video be a little long, that's what I'm doing. Right now they are at number 9. They lose today, which I don't think they're gonna lose. And Heat win, which I think the Heat gonna win. I think both teams are gonna win. Will they cover or not remains to be seen. But if they do lose and the Heat win, then the Heat will go to 9. They will go to 10. Then they got to play each other. They got to play each other anyway. But right now, Chicago has the home field advantage. So I think Chicago wins. I think they cover the big spread. We're going to roll with Chicago. I think that's an over game, too. I normally don't go with the overs and unders, but I think that will be a game that does go over. Next game, speaking of Miami, we got Miami, like I said, and they are playing the New Orleans Pelicans, who locked it in already. Their season is over. Miami giving 15.5, the same as Chicago. Both teams giving 15.5. You know, the NBA, they real funny style at the end of the season, so it is a little harder to handicap the game. Great fire on the check-in, what's up? So it is a little harder on the you know, to handicap the games. But I think Miami wins. I think they need to win. Let me just take a quick look. I think they are coming off a loss. Now they beat they beat Philly. Then they lost to the Bulls. Then now they playing today. So they have one day off. I like Miami. I think they come out, do what they need to do on the road, and then the last game of the season, who they play the last game of the season? They play the Wizards. So either way, I think if they win today, which they should, I think they'll be able to rest the last game at home against the Wizards. That's just my thinking. Next game, we got the Dallas Mavericks at home, coming off that loss to the Lakers and Luka Doncic, playing the Toronto Raptors. Toronto getting 11. I like Dallas. I think Dallas come in and I think they put foot to ass. I know Toronto has been a good ATS team for the most part throughout the season. Just Scotty Barnes, but a lot of players is out for them. That's why the spread is high. I also think you know, a lot of people was rooting for the Lakers, or they was rooting for Luka Doncic. So it was just a kind of weird atmosphere, even though they already played the Lakers at LA and Doncic and them got the victory. It was a close game. But this here, you know, they covered the spread, the Lakers that is. A lot of the crowd, every time Doncic touched the ball, they rooting, then they screaming, you know, to the general manager or whatever, you know what I mean, as the game goes on. And I think that was a little weird for the players. They didn't want Luka to leave. So this game here, I think the fans will be behind the team. I think the fans do want them to make the playing game. And I think Anthony Davis have a better game today. Toronto don't really, when you look at who's going to be in the lineup, I think besides Scotty Barnes and the two rookies, that's really it. I think Dinwiddie, Klay Thomas, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively is enough to get the win and to get the cover. So I'm rolling with Dallas in this one. Next game, we got the Denver Nuggets. This should be a good one right here because again, the West is crazy. So trying to just break down the scenarios just for how I'm handicapping the game. I like Denver. Denver is -6.5. Some of y'all might got 7. I'm using the CBS Sports app, not the betting apps. Memphis, I think these two teams broke even. Joker didn't play in either game, and John Morant didn't play in either game. So now both players will be playing tonight. If you ask me, I got Joker being a better player by far, or at least by a good margin. Some might be like, yo, John was in the MVP race and all of it. He ain't done nothing. He ain't win nothing. All he did was say, yo, I'm good in the West, and then got bounced out, you know, right after that. And then sitting out, you always injured. I won't even say Allen Iverson. I was about to say got the Allen Iverson type of, he's a small man. He's probably bigger than me, but just a small man, NBA size, always hurt, always kind of fragile. With that being said, I like Denver to cover. Denver needs to win. Memphis needs to win too, because right now they're in the 8th spot. They could, if they win their last 2 games, jump up. I don't think they're going to win their last 2 games. I think they firing the coach was a bad move. In fact, both teams fired their coach. But I went against Denver the last game, the first game with the new coach rather, because I didn't know how they was going to play. I like how they played. A lot of assists, not from the Joker. A lot of ball movement, a lot of set plays for Aaron Gordon, for the other players, and I think that's good. I don't know how that's going to affect Russell Westbrook because he is ball dominant when he is in the game. Murray should be back tonight, but according to RotoWire, he is in the gray. Even with all that said, I'm going with Denver. I like Denver tonight to win. Next game, we got Minnesota Timberwolves at home giving 20 to the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Zoo. We just see these two teams play at I don't even know what they call Barclays at Brooklyn. Minnesota won by 15. It actually was. I had Brooklyn in that game too, and they lost by like 17. Well, no, I think it was like 14 and a half. I think it was 14 and a half. In fact, I'm gonna go look at it right now just to be accurate. Even though I know they did win. They covered the spread. No, what was the spread? 14. They won by 15, and it was a close game until the fourth quarter. And they only outscored them in the fourth quarter by 5. I said all that to say I'm taking this 20 points in my pocket. 21 and a half, actually. I think Minnesota will win because they need to win their last 2 games, and they will. They're going to beat Brooklyn today. I don't think they're going to cover the spread. They're going to beat Utah on Sunday, and I don't know what the spread is in that game. But I'm rolling with Brooklyn in this one. Short, sweet. Give me 21 points for a team that on the back-to-back. I know they got to win, and they're going to win, but I don't think they cover 21 and a half. Next game, we got OKC out on the road at Utah, and OKC giving 9.5, and they sitting their players as well, even though they did cover against Phoenix, and we had OKC as the player of the day. So we actually, I gotta look. I think we hit the player of the day 3 days in a row or 2 days in a row. Yesterday we had Minnesota. The day before that we had OKC, and I gotta look at my records. Next game up, though, like I said, we got OKC. They resting a lot of their players. That's what I meant to do. Go look at RotoWire. No Caruso, no Lou Dort, no Hallenstein, no Holmgren, no C. Wallace, no Jalen Williams, and no Essay. I don't think it works today. I know it worked against the Phoenix Suns. I don't think it works today against for Utah. For something, this is why. Utah been playing with this lineup with Saxton and Kyler and Sensenberg, or however you say his name, for some time now, because Marketing been going, Clarkson been going, Collins been going. Like, their team been going for a while. So this is the lineup that they've been playing with, win or lose. I think the lineup that OKC is going to usher out there, giving me 9.5 at home. I'm gonna take the 9.5 at home with Utah. Next game. We almost out of here. We got the Portland Trail Blazers at home getting 15.5. Is it 15.5? Yeah, 15.5 from Golden State. Golden State coming off that stinker of a loss to not Sacramento, to the Spurs, and we had the Spurs with that 17.5. It was no way Golden State was going to come in. Not to say that they couldn't, but it was like, nah, I don't see it. Tonight, though, I like Golden State. I was leaning towards Portland. I'm not going to lie. I was leaning towards it, but then I'm looking at the lineup. No Simon. Sharp is a game-time decision. When you look at RotoWire, who else is game-time decision? Avanti, Grant been out. Henderson is out. Obviously, he been out. I think Golden State bounced back. I think they win today. They got to keep winning. That's the reality. Otherwise, you're gonna have to play the playing game. And if you at 9 and 10, you got to play 2 playing games. You got to beat number 9 to get to to play the winner of 7 and 8. Then right after that, you got to go to the playoffs. Playoffs. Don't talk to me about the playoffs. So I think they come out and they handle business against an inferior team. I think they beat them by 20 tonight. Next game, we got the LA Clippers out on the road at Sacramento. LA Clippers giving 6. Clippers beat this team twice already. Clippers kind of been dominating. The Clippers been on fire. Like, I'm on fire. 13 out of their last 15 games. So they are closing out the season strong. Kawhi look good. Harden, they say he might get the comeback player of the year or improved player. I don't get that part. Obviously, Harden, they get a lot of knock on not being in shape, going to so many different teams, not getting out of the second round of the player, not getting out of the second round when he was with Houston, etc. Norman Powell, he's in the grade tonight. I would like to see him playing tonight, and also Zubats is in the grade tonight. I'm gonna go back to back with Sacramento. I had Sacramento against Denver with the 4.5 at home. I'm gonna go with Sacramento with the 6 at home. Will I be surprised if the Clippers pull it out? No, I will not be. but I think back-to-back losing at home, the season is winding down. The Clippers is in number 4 right now. Let me just take a quick look at that. Clippers is in number 4. If Denver happen to lose to Memphis and the Clippers win, then Clippers number 5. Pardon me, Clippers number 5. But they can jump to number 4. If Denver lose their last 2 games, they could drop all the way down to number 8. Like what? Like you drop from top 10 to not mention it all. To your bodyguards like Uchiwali verse better than yours. On some shit. I'm being funny, but I'm not. So I like Sacramento with the spread. I do think Clippers might still get the victory. Last game of the night. Is it the last game of the night? No, 2 more games. Next up we got the San Antonio Spurs. Out on the road. Are they out on the road? Yeah, out on the road, getting 5.5, or is it 6.5? Getting 4.5 now, according to CBS Sports. I like San Antonio. Stick a fork in Phoenix. Neither one of them is making the playoffs. They both done, but obviously Victor Wembanyama and Fox, they out. But people was talking about the Suns possibly getting the ring. Like your wrist bling bling, my shit bling blah. And they just fizzled out. Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant. I think the young guns of the Spurs will keep it close. I won't be surprised if Phoenix win their last home game because this is their last home game. Let me make sure that. Is this their last home game? Yeah, it's their last home game. They play the Kings the last game of the season at the Kings. I won't be surprised if Phoenix win the last game at home, but I think it's going to be close. So I'm going to take the Spurs. Last game of the night now. Finally at the last game. I know I didn't want to make this video mad long, but it is what it is. Last game of the night is the Lakers facing the Houston Rockets. Lakers giving 12.5. That's because, again, just like last game with the LA Clippers, Houston is not playing their players. They resting. They probably will play the last game of the season just to warm up before they have a couple of days off. The last game of the season, who they play the Nuggets. So maybe they won't, maybe they will. I don't know. But I like the Lakers. I think the Lakers should win. They should cover. Coming off, I won't say an emotional win because they already played Dallas at LA. Luka just went back home. So I won't say it was emotional for everybody, maybe for Luka. But the Lakers need to win one more, and this is it. You either win now or they play They playing Trailblazers the last game of the season. You might as well win now while this team is not playing their players. So I like LA. With that said, let's get to the theme music real quick because it's 15 games. We're giving out 6 locks. It's called Money Line by my nigga Great Fire.
Yeah.
My nigga Rich Famous.
Great Fire.
When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, pop 'em his coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals.
I know it is. Winner, chicken dinner. All right, guys. So we're going to be the last couple of times that y'all hear these lines. Today and Sunday, and that's it. All right. Here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks to get you and me the winner, chicken dinners, just like the song said. We going with Milwaukee. We going with Dallas. We going with Utah. We going with the Spurs. We going with the Lakers. And the play of the day is Indiana. That's who I'm going with. That's who I'm taking. Let me know who you like. Let me know who you taking. When it's at the end of the season like this, it is really kind of hard to handicap. So be careful how you betting your money, because that's your money, son. All I ask that you hit the like button before you get out of here. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV, NBA, picking with Pop. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid. Let's get some money today.